play your British accent come from all of a sudden.
What did I say?
It's not raining in the city.
No,
So
it's not.
No, you said, so it's not raining in the city.
What?
That's not British. That's not what you just said.
How dare you accuse
it's not
Lisa
rain-
of that? How
So it's not
dare?
raining in the city.
So it's not raining.
And it's tell you. Right on schedule.
What a way.
How dare you?
Right, accuse me of such things.
You
What?
remember a few months ago, out of nowhere, the Morning Stew started telling people about Ibrahim Traore, the guy from Burkina Faso, about what at the time, before anybody really was keeping an eye on this guy, we were telling everybody, yo, this is a young man to watch. He's doing great things. He opened up one pasta factory, one tomato factory. No, I already opened up one your bottom plate so you could put your pasta and your thing in there, haul your bottom and go home. But I want to tell you, we also told you about the attempted assassinations on him. Well, there's a whole Ibrahim Traore movement going on worldwide, including here in Belize. You know, in Belize, I've been seeing up posts. Ellen Sue have up a post about him. Nkrumah have up things. I mean, there's awareness of Ibrahim Traore. This is the one guy that they tried what Gaddafi made it try to before they killed Gaddafi, you know, because Gaddafi was trying to unite the African nations. And Ibrahim Traore, you know, they out there blatantly saying that the way they do. But the example way it is set is an eye-opening example for other African nations. So therefore, to it, and here go, my good people, that is a threat. That is a threat to society as it stands. So when you see one black man leader of an African nation, we throw it to another black man for show the black man how you treat your people and run one nation, that becomes a threat to the people within a black man. But anyway,
What he said.
you know what I thought about that. That's right.
Yeah.
So who wants to start about it? When we start about it, are we gonna tell the truth, or are we gonna take the political spin where I say everybody try take?
Let me tell you this, right? A friend of mine had asked for a gift. He said he wanted a huge gift.
Yes.
So I got that friend an elephant.
Sure.
Put it in the room, right? Put it in the room. So
Let me tell you something. You see that
So,
I think
he
yes.
said, you shouldn't have. I said, you should mention it. Go ahead now. The door is open.
Mention
Okay.
Mention it. The elephant in the room. Go ahead.
Well, you see, talking about misunderstanding, two lesbians used to live right over there from me. And for my birthday, we gone. They brought me one nice Casio watch. And I looked on her and I said, thank you. I said, but you misunderstood me. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I missed the left, right, and center. I know what y'all talking about, man.
No, I tell you
What
about
is
my two lesbian neighbors who brought me a Casio watch for my birthday.
Casio.
And I looked at them and I said, thank you very much, but you misunderstood.
You misunderstood.
I want to watch, Frisco. I want to watch.
Oh, I
Right.
want to watch. Okay, now I get it.
Hey, go, Val.
What the mix?
Yeah, damn, I want to watch too.
This is like Monday. Anyway, ladies
Y'all
and
start
gentlemen.
out the back, they'll start out this fling thing. I have to try to figure out what the hell y'all's talking about. One the top boy elephant, one the top boy watch. I don't know.
Elephant
Start
in the
downhill.
room.
We start downhill Thursday.
For real? I got tomorrow the holiday. That's why.
Yeah, there you go.
Tomorrow,
So wait, hold on.
right.
This is like one Friday. Today is like one Friday because we're going to get tomorrow off.
Well, send me downhill one time and who they up there, Chris?
Christy, darling. It's Christy,
I'm not
darling.
going to go downhill any farther than how you done.
Me send one new downhill, so roll that downhill down the hill.
Watch out.
It's Christy, darling.
So Wednesday.
Oh, this don't end good. This.
Here we go.
Wait. He gone. Woo.
Huh?
Wait.
It's how it roll right now, Groove, at least downhill, huh? Whee!
We
Yeah.
land too good.
Right out the gate.
What you mean?
We downhill usually end with a crash.
Yeah, but so far, so good.
That boy good.
Yeah, this is how it roll. We're good.
The boy good.
We're gonna
Very
take
good.
the highway to the danger zone.
Listen here.
For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was a Facebook video going around with the Honorable Patrick Faber. It's Patrick Faber, right? With Patrick Faber and an encounter with a police officer or police officers. Now, I tell you, I may start this by saying I am not affiliated or I don't care about no political party, really. What I saw from the two videos that I saw would have gotten me arrested. It would have gotten the majority of us arrested because I know you have a right to film, videotape official police proceedings with the caveat that you do not interfere. You stand up over there. Everybody know about you. They in my personal space. If I could do this, are you there in my space? I want to thump you. Everybody know about that. From what I saw somebody, a suspect, being sort of belligerent, being very invasive of a private, of somebody's personal space, putting the camera so close up that I had to knock them down. Because when you push your camera right up in my face, I mean, but people say, well, this is not a political thing, then a target, then a witch hunt. I don't think that nobody said, look, there's Patrick Faber going out. Huh?
Yeah, I think
there is
that might be, well, and that might very well be the case, but continue.
No, well, okay.
Continue.
Yeah, my thing is this. Whatever precipitated the stop, the actions that followed speaks for itself. You know? So now they could argue about what happened, why was the stop made. But the actions that I saw were not actions that anyone we would have get away with. That's all I say about that. But now people are trying to turn it, a political say, oh, they target this, that because of that. I don't know. I don't know.
There's a lot to unpack with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack. There's a lot mixed up, and there's a lot of fault.
Yo, I have to tell you.
Let me tell you why the fault. Because, again, we're free for
I have heard
we're free for assume a lot of things. One, we're free for assume that, okay, we get out of the bat. If you think somebody or who you are, have you as with the crosshairs pan you, it is, and you're a political person, that you have to be on your best behavior. Because attacks when they come from all over.
Of course.
So you should always be on your P's and Q's. So if you always be on your P's and Q's. I had this conversation, they say me, they go, good. Right up until I think, and I don't talk to her, I'm a good friend now. I think you realize who the person was or who the officer was. And that is when some courage, wherever I get the courage from, that is up for debate, Groove. Where that courage come from? Because we know we're getting courage.
Well, I don't even want to say that because that's speculation. But
speculation. That's where the courage come from. To say, I going up in my main face now. I think you realize that who the individual, because they've said who the individual is. And I think that right away, that time with, you try to message me, message you, and that's the mistake right there. Right there lies the mistake. If me good, stay your distance, continue the way me do. If me get your thing, if me get your ticket, and everybody me going home. That may be the smart thing to do. Cause guess what? They got a press conference, not even the next day, hours away.
Yeah.
When they got one press conference, you have to be, and he's a smart guy.
Yes, he is.
You gotta be smart.
Of course.
This is not the first time you're supposed to used to people coming at you, or you perceive that people they come at you, or you believe that you've been somebody didn't try use them, you know, if it mess with you. This is when you're supposed to be at your very, very brightest. All the bells supposed to be. But when you got that courage, where you get that courage from? Another question. That courage. Yeah. That courage.
Yo.
Thwart the smart. The courage thwart the smart. So that's a mistake.
Mm-hmm. As far as like I work with Creme, and I know that whatever I do, my son the right time to talk to him up on the phone, I had a munchy face. He had about 12 inches long now, Liz. The man look like lion. Anyway, I know that when I go out, I know that I don't just Steve no more. I had a groove work, the Creme. And where I do out there, how I present myself, you know, I know reflect on Creme. You know, some roundabout way. That's just the way I see it. So I try to always put that up. When you represent one political party, you know the spotlight one upon you, whether justified or not. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I don't know if the reason for the stop was legit. I do not know. I have no idea. I could go from the video that I watch, and from the video that I watch, there was not much emotional intelligence in there. Thank you, listener or viewer, for your words. He said emotional intelligence. Yeah, there was not much of that on display, because you, as somebody who has been in government, you have been the head of one of the major parties. You should be setting an example to the citizens, to the rest of us lower creatures, how to deal in a situation like this. But what I saw was, first of all, the power of privilege. Because like I said, anybody else that got that close up into a policeman's face, guarantee you me I got one 2 black eye handcuff and they in the back of a mobile. But because of who this person is now, that happened. I thought the officers behaved very professionally. Very professionally. I think they showed him the respect that everyone deserves, but that he deserves as a member of government and things like that, even, you know. But people, they out there to try justify it. The same way how people try justify where they go on cross the water or up north. People try justify this, and that's wrong.
Okay, well, hold on. Okay, try unpack the rest, because you give one part of the story. Try unpack everything.
I didn't get the part that's public.
Well, the other part that is public was that why didn't wait till they have a press conference? If you may do it, and you, Mr. Officer, have all rights to do, then you may do it then. You well know you're going to press conference the next day. You waited until the press conference and gone to the press conference for then say, oh, arrest the man in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm. Why would you do that?
Let's make we know. Hold on. No, we're not to say you falter because attacks that come at you and never handle it properly. Now make you behave that the attacks never come. Because the individual wait until you go on press conference. 2, how the hell, what are the procedure for police video get in at the public space? How that work? Because we've heard about, every time you have a crime scene, videos and things finding in a public space where only the police have access to. Make it unpack everything. How does the police video get in at the public space less than 24 hours afterwards? Is that procedure? Make it ask these questions too. Because Faber said he not release no video.
Mm-hmm.
So it does give a little bit of credibility to the fact that some people up to no good. You play into the no good will come at you though. You for be smart. But make it unpack the whole thing, unpack everything. Make it unpack everything, not unpack just the one.
There's not a whole lot to unpack, bro.
Oh, yeah, so you know say wait, so wait, you know say nothing where I said us no. I just say.
Make I tell you what I say.
Okay.
If this would have happened.
Well, that's what you say, no. I just say make it unpack everything.
I give you my opinion.
Well, I give you a break to talk and I talk no.
Yeah, well, you say unpack everything.
Yeah.
I see this, if this would have happened to another prominent person that in the party, nobody may have got no problem. Police did the right thing, everything good. But because of who the person is now, again, people have this slant. No. I know all what I say.
We get where you to say, bro.
I ain't okay what the procedure, the how we get out. The fact is,
you don't care, hold on, man. No, you can't say that because no, you have to put things in a perspective.
The fact is,
but you don't say your piece, bro. Because I say my piece.
When we try to know the water down.
No, say Lisa, okay, be the mediator here, Lisa. Be the mediator here. Because I try to bring a point. I've already said he has faltered. But there are other things that play where we have a question. How does a police video get out? We've sat here on this show many times and criticized how videos of crime scenes and murder scenes get out, and we always say that must the police to put it out.
Is that an official police video? Or
yes, that's a funny police scam. That funny police scam. No, you could say, what are the procedure? That's what they ask. You could say, somebody put on one video, somebody put on one video, and the police say, well, we have put on one video for challenge that version of events. But this seems to have been sent out before anything even happened. They wait till the man go on a press conference, hit the man up, that the press conference.
Right.
Take away from the. So what was the narrative? No, nobody in the top about the press conference. Again, he faltered for fall into the trap. But let's not pretend that it does look coordinated. How you handle the thing that up to you.
Yeah, it looked like politics, but then again, it brings.
I don't know if the politics. No, I don't know if the politics or the personal. But
well, whatever way we're gonna water down what.
Nobody they water down. Group, can we have different? Can we unpack everything without looking like we just the one narrative? Can we approach different narratives like XTV Morning Stew, and we could have different narratives?
Yeah, we could have different narratives.
Right.
When they release their video, where I show the same thing.
Yes, I believe he is wrong. He was wrong. He handled the situation wrong. But I am smart enough to look at something and say, I see something else as well.
Yeah.
How does a police video get out? How does a police video get out when nobody asks for it? How does that get into the public space? We have to ask these questions because the next video might come out again on something else and say, okay, what's the procedure? I like to do that. Ask, what's the procedure for police videos get out in a public space? That's all I like to ask.
Yeah.
And why you wait? You come and arrest the man then. You come and carry on a station then. Middle of the night when nobody to watch. But you waited until all the cameras right there at the good old press conference.
Looks orchestrated.
Well, I know.
Let's just put things without being biased one way or the next.
I know from my time, in the media that when things like that happen, you have to call your boss and say, this is who I got in front of me, that way I should I do. Should I arrest him even though you do wrong, or should I not arrest him? Maybe you don't want to call your boss 12 o'clock. I don't know.
Oh, come on. Stop that.
No, hold on. Listen to me. Like I said, from what I saw, I thought the policeman gave a lot of lie.
Yes, he did.
That I would not have gotten.
Yes, he did. And you know, I get it. Because they may arrest you because there's nothing to gain from waiting for tomorrow. But there's things to gain from waiting until tomorrow.
I know to tell you that cannot be one of the
that is my vibe, man.
Yeah,
but
exactly,
he blew it because being that kind of person, you have to know if you handle these things, anything when they come at you.
Yeah.
And he made it go good right up until he decide, no, I go up into my main face and they follow my main. They come right there, you.
I thought that looked childish.
Yeah, right there, so right there, so you blew it, bro. You blew it right there.
And then I hear media pundits today because
don't worry about that. We don't worry about that.
I was scanning at everybody. They give we're not.
Yeah. Some people, people, they intentionally bypass the actions, and I can't bypass the actions because you make a mistake right there. You made a good on the sideline.
Like I say, take your right and make
right,
wrong.
Yeah, right. Just if you get a ticket, you own up to a ticket, nothing wrong with that. That's a traffic ticket. That's not the end of the world. And right there, so you're going wrong when you say, "Boy, I'm gonna start a challenge me, man, now with this camera." Right there, you're going wrong.
Yeah,
boy.
because
right there,
there's all kind of things that might have brought on that courage that
that's why I tell you, I think that realizing who this individual is, you decided why they try to mess with you. Mm-hmm. And your courage
was boosted. So
your courage throw you off right there. But
I want to tell you, all of the things I believe have now taken back burner. I believe that already what we saw on camera, what a lot of people look upon and say, he must say, got a lot of courage in her.
But he was asked if he was under the influence. I think Marisol asked him if he was under. He said no. He said no.
Yeah. So you think they ask me or you if we drunk? No, they'll tell you pissy in here. That's the way they do. They don't ask you drunk, and we tell them no, and they say okay. But again, there's a lot of lies going on, and that's the way politics work. Like you said, maybe they're trying to set them up to look bad.
I don't know where politics start. Maybe because his lawyer has said who the individual was. That's the guy who arrested the guy for a bottle of water on a bike and affiliated with somebody. Mm-hmm. And so those things are going the wrong way. You could easily say, boy, the man see your vehicle and target your vehicle. What you call that? When they used to call it? What they call it?
Profiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you make a mistake right there when you're going to just get a ticket and it may be a non-issue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're going to a press conference the next day. You know that. Not be the object of the distraction, brother.
It's true.
Yeah, well, I can tell you something. I believe that everybody that believes knows somebody within 5 or 6 people. Everybody know everybody. So just to target you because they know you. Everybody know everybody that believes.
No, they know you upon a different level.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like when the police say certain individuals who they know tied up in a gang activity, they go at them. Mm-hmm. And they go at them and they try to find anything to go at them with.
Mm. And again, I have to tell you something. To me not care, I mean, this is how
that news. Don't worry if you care.
That news. This is how things go on. That's right.
That news, we all watch it and say, right, they say make a mistake. Right, that's so. Left the man alone, the man tell you back off. Why you can't push?
I had to watch the thing. I don't personally. I don't do it now.
Courage, Lisa.
I used to throw parties at least once a month. And I'm big bashment. And I know how false courage look. And I saw false courage. And I saw things that would have gotten anybody else arrested. I know they said at Frisco.
But he was arrested and charged. He was arrested and charged.
Yeah, but not while everything went to go on.
And that there lies in the question. And this is why I'm saying to you, waited until a press conference where all the cameras would have been.
Yeah, to me, it looked like them in the try to get his dude a blind and he was.
Nobody try, nobody no blind. I got you. Watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you, bro. We know how petty grudges and politics go that believes. We know people don't do anything. But again, we have to be smart enough to know that. And if you see this as one, I didn't got you thing.
Yeah, he has to be smart. I know that. Cause, I mean.
Yeah, you're not going to try show.
If everybody else, my brother have to be the one more than anybody else. Stay away from the shenanigans. Because shenanigans cost you a lot already in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Cost you the leadership. So stay away from shenanigans as much as you could. I mean, anyway, I can't tell nobody what to do. But knowing that, and they may try, I stay far from trouble.
And I stay far
from trouble.
You see, like me, I try to make decisions on what I see and what I saw. I don't try to make decisions on what I think or what I believe. I make it on what I see and what I saw. was somebody getting a huge blind. The timing of the arrest and everything, those might have been lead jobs, lead vendettas, lead thing, but that's the whole thing worked, I believe.
Stop saying they get blind. Nobody get no blind. He was arrested in the most, how would I say, showtime kind of way. The most coverage kind of way. Nobody may say that. Nobody may know that.
The night of the confrontation, he received the blind. The night of the confrontation.
If he's on blind, then may come out the next day.
Did he go home and sleep?
Yes, but say
he received a blind.
When I want to make a point, I will hurt you when he hurt you the most. And I will hurt you when nobody no know. Can it be a done deal? I wait till your press conference, then I'll come at you. Stop pretending that you don't see where they go on.
Okay, no, well, the only thing where I like.
Stop to say the man getting blind. The man not getting no blind and arrest on the next day in front of the cameras.
Good. Yeah, I am proud of the fact that you are impartial, because the same way how you jump on the bandwagon for
and jump on no bandwagon. I've said I get two sides of one story, bro. I said the man wrong, the man make mistake. But I am also intelligent enough to see shenanigans when I see it. You to say you get blind, but I tell you, get no blind. Because if you get blind, may I get arrested at the press conference. Then may I escort on to police station where everybody see. Then may I send out video. We come from the police camera itself. If you put the man on the spotlight. So you don't get no blind. He was hit exactly where he hurt.
Okay.
His political forwardness, because I know he's supposed to be senator designate.
Do you, if losing an election not keep you out of government, you think
anyway, I don't have that subject there, because you not get the point where I try and make. The point is he was hit.
I get the point where you try and make.
That's it. I don't make no excuse for him and his behavior. I'm not. But I'm also calling a spade. One heart's a diamond. I could come here today and say, I see two things.
What are the two things?
One, he make a mistake.
Yep.
And two, I see shenanigans when you see it. So stop saying, get blind, I don't get no blind. Because we talk about time right now. Why would we talk about time? Because everything was timed properly and sent out.
You know what?
In a very, it hurt a political career more than if I carry the station, charge you, and you go home.
Not a believe. Any publicity is good publicity as long as.
All right. That's my point. I can't argue what you believe.
That's it. Don't argue.
I can't argue what you believe.
Very good.
You have your opinions. Do you have his?
Yeah, everybody got their slant. Everybody has a their opinion. Yeah, exactly. I know this so that I know how political games work. But where I want to say, I don't want to say is that if you're not smart enough to say on political
we don't say that. We don't cover that material already.
Front tire. If you not got the.
But the first thing we say, good.
That, yeah,
that's the first thing we say. If you don't know that, then they come at you or always come at you and stop make mistakes like that. That's the first thing we say.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it's a fact of them coming at you or just of you making yourself available to them. Because a lot of things
again, and that's why I put things together and say, how it play out shows that there might be some kind of intent for, and that might be speculation, but there might be some intent at publicly, you make a mistake, I want to hit you, okay, you make mistakes, I got you, I want to send out the camera footage. We have a question that, how does police camera footage get out?
Well, that's the question.
Less than 24 hours later. Then we have to ask why you wait, and then you're gone at the press conference. If you say, okay, now I decide I want to arrest the man at a press conference. Right. So I mean, hey,
yeah, that's why we got reporters, but we can't ask Commissioner Williams. We have to ask Commissioner Rosado because today I just our last day. I think.
Yeah, I mean, but again, he has to be smart, and we can't overlook the fact. And I've said it. There's no excuse. You make it go good right when you're dip on the sidelines. You make it good when you're there your sidewalk. You make the mistake when you decide, no, you probably notice who the individual, no, you decide you're going to be rambunctious up in the man's face. Right there, you make your mistake.
You see, and the thing is, and again, I even said that I had to waste my brain knowledge where I got left on this topic. You see?
Now you bring it up, you know.
Yeah, but I want to tell you what it is. I don't know if it was body cam footage.
Yes, it was body cam footage, sir.
Okay, because what I heard the Patrick say was, well, if he could video me.
Yes, well, he said he not send out no video. The video where you just say,
yes.
Video
so what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, as a member of a political party who know the law better than we, where are people that fight for police get body cam? What you want to know is say, oh, if your body cam there and I could video you, that's not that the body cam.
Don't cover that prove the man wrong. We don't say that about 50 times now. How much time want we say the man wrong?
I'm just saying, bro. Just
the man wrong, but the question has to be asked how that, I don't know, that personal phone him to use or that body
This is what I just. You see, this is what I just said when everybody jump on me again.
No,
we do not know because.
But if the police, if the police they in official duties, and you gather evidence, either the body cam or what they have thing for use.
First of all,
how you send that out? How does that get out in the public space? What are the procedure for send police? Because you're in active duty, whether they use a cell phone or not.
Yeah. And
still
that's why I asked
public duty.
Yeah, that's why I asked, are we sure it was a body cam? Because as far as I know, I don't even know if we got body cam.
Well, it don't even matter. If you use a cell phone, you still use it in the process of doing official police work. Because that will come up as evidence if it has to in the court of law. So it does come under evidence. It does come under police evidence. So how does police evidence get out?
Yeah, I don't know, a liar, and I stopped being a liar at least 20 minutes ago. But I do believe that there would be a difference, and I'm not sure, you may be right, Frisco, but I do believe there would be a difference between one body cam footage
than a cell phone
and one personal cell phone footage. I don't know, maybe I might be wrong, but I think there would be
and even if there's no procedure, it still goes to motive. If that's your personal cell phone, that means you physically sent that video out. Mm-hmm. That shows that you have one grievance. I want to send one video out to the media. Personally, I did that.
If I had one encounter with somebody like that, I'd have put out the video.
They do police duties. I shouldn't have no bias. That between me and that individual, we're going to court if you have to. I want to charge her. Story done. Before the next day, man, in video they out. It goes to motive.
Makes you wonder. It makes you wonder.
Yeah, it goes to motive. But I know they say, my man, right, if you're being targeted or personal, you have to be smart in how you go about these things. But I just address it on the other end too. All of the up and the up and the up. But hey, you gamble and you lose. It's in a story.
Yeah. Maybe because I'm in the military, but when I find the target, I like deal with the target and then work the peripherals. Deal with the target first. Well, I want to say, when I got me grit skull and lumpy now.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart. That's not take away from the whole thing. You gotta be smart whether you think that. And I could be wrong too. It could be. But I have to ask the question because why? Right? Me, you, and Lisa, over the years, have questioned how footage get out of dead people on the ground where they shoot up. We come here, we criticize, and half of the time the video where we see and we make it to public social media, we know that farmer police come. And so it brings into question what that the procedure, who. Well, we know what it is. We know what it is. Police send out what they want. Who personally send out what they want to their friend or send it out. Maybe they collect something. Me don't know.
Me either.
But we've come here, so we call on speed and speed. We could say, I don't believe that police video is supposed to get sent out like that. That's all I'm saying. If it's not good for the goose, it can't good for the Ghana. Yes, now, Mr. Faber and a thing, and okay, good for it. But how about when the other times when some of the family there on the ground, get shoot, get killed, get murder, and video make it out. Right? We'll take call in the next segment, not this segment. We're going to break right now. So that's all I come here now to say. Right? To question that. We're going with the police video, we keep the get out in the public.
You're right.
We'll stop.
I almost feel like I would like to apologize, Mr. Barber.
No, we have to ask these questions. We can't just say, oh, we can't afford by you, right? Yeah, we can't afford by you. We still have to ask these questions if we be fair. If we be fair, we say, yo, how police footage get
out. I really feel like with a chance, the poor man, how dare
No. He totally blew it. He totally blew it. But we still have to ask this. Don't understand if a chain of command, he sent out a video and that video looked funny, and then the police officially say, well, we have a challenging video, we say, and this is come from official police, don't know, I can understand that. But how does one video where you detect personally, less than 24 hours getting at the media hand? Oh, come on. We could pretend that we don't know. But hey, that's why I said there's a lot to unpack when these things happen. Everybody got their own, got their own thing going on.
They have their own understanding.
Yes, they think dynamic. They're dynamic.
Everybody, like I see one of my close personal belly, and I want to call it name, but Moses put up one thing where like it defend, and I just look on him, bro, and I tell him, bro, you may get arrested.
Yeah, I can't defend. I can't defend that. Yeah, I can't defend. I see people try to defend it and say, I can't defend the thing. That's why you don't make mistakes. Don't make mistakes. Don't make mistakes. That courage, boy. That courage.
They should have put that in a battle.
You see that battle?
They should have put it in a battle.
I'm going to break before I say what I'm supposed to say.
Hey, yes.
Morning, everybody. We're Lakin. Who else? Oh, Lati, what's up, man? I don't know how you pronounce your last name, but Paget. Is it Paget, Lisa?
Paget.
Oh, in Brooklyn, New York City.
Yes, the capital of the world. Huh? Brooklyn is the capital of the world, because Brooklyn is the best borough in New York City. Everybody know that. Even New Yorkers.
Even New Yorkers know that. You respect Brooklyn.
Kathleen E.B., right. Wrong. Paladin Leslie, what up?
E.B., hi, Paladin.
When you see Brooklyn,
check your messages, will you?
Yes. We understand when they say police show videos, but they come from the police brass.
Yeah.
When police send out video, you know, because the police department when I say when they send out one video. But when a video get out and nobody know how it get out, it goes to motive. For me, sorry. Anyway, we're going to break.
This is him talking.
Paget, I guess Paget is correct. Lati, thank you very much.
Yeah, the Paget, yeah.
We appreciate you all the way there in
Brooklyn, New York, baby.
All right.
We'll be back.
Yes.
We'll be back.
We love the fact that you're listening to Latte.
Of course.
And you know what, Lisa?
Yes, man.
I miss her a latte.
Why?
Latte.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
say Downhill Hump Day Wednesday. Yo, let me send a shout out to Suez, to the original Suez out in the capital. How I say it by? I don't want to say the wrong thing because
it's the city of Belmopan and Belmopan City.
Man, the capital city, what is it? I get confused.
The capital city of Belmopan and the city capital of the city. Happy over it.
Yeah. But for the folks in Belmopan, morning to everybody.
I want to say, who that lady was say? I want to say good morning to one of our listeners who just called us cool. So you guys are cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. I'm gonna chat with someone just now. Today is Paladin Leslie's. Yeah, the Paladin Leslie's.
Hey, that who fair?
Daughter's birthday.
His daughter.
Yeah. So please send us a picture.
That's You say her name is what? Brianna Leslie?
Brianna Leslie.
Hey, Paladin, you got to send a little photo, man. Send a little picture.
I already told him.
We got it?
Latte Paget said, I love listening to you guys, watching from Brooklyn. Right. Then when I mentioned that Brooklyn are the capital of the world, Delcy Gatling said, hell no, New York City is the best. Well, guess what, Brooklyn, they're in New York City. And then Latte Paget said, you guys cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
You know, when I start talking about New York City, I just feel like eat some paste pecan sauce. You ever had it, Lisa? You ever had the paste pecan sauce?
From New York City?
From New York City?
I told you.
Get out of here. Oh, please. What? May I just say God bless Tamia and everybody involved in this. Everybody involved in that message we just got. Could somebody please contact the Honorable Rossgen from
Hush.
I tell you, boy. All right. So as we
proceed,
as we assume what would have happened,
we assume
that the shenanigans would have taken the headlines away from the actual press conference. So it was a press conference.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Yes, that is it right there. Get a rope. New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This pecan sauce is made in New York City.
New York City.
Get a rope.
I got my official New York City stars and bars on.
What? Why? All right. That's where Groove got that.
He's representing.
But yo, I love the United States. I just hope that they get over this 4-year nightmare where they put in the world through. You know, I pray for the United States that they get saved from the Antichrist behind the Resolute desk. Yes, you know.
So yeah, so
New York.
some of the headlines from the stories coming out of that. Panton's UDP declares unity during press conference.
Except Patrick never did it.
No, he was there after the thing. It's not him.
It was after the unity. Well, that's good.
Right when everybody was waiting outside.
You see, I tell you, no, this is what I am saying. Even if it's not political, right? I've always said that certain position deserve like one Lee Bly kind of thing. And knowing who he was, they should have waited until the meeting done and said, Mr. Faber, you could talk to you, like that. But I could understand, you going for the lights.
Yeah. Absent was Hugo Pat.
What?
He's a
reluctant party member.
He's a funny character. But anyway.
Hugo Pat not really was there,
He was not there.
Anyway, they say he was addressing the sugar crisis up north.
Well, that Hugo Pat in charge of that, no? I think that the Prime Minister. I don't know. I consider we might miss something.
Also present, not present, was Miguel Guerra from KIOS. Said he was sick with the flu.
Okay, yeah.
He's sick with the flu, and that is going around. So
That's a good reason. How we know if that the flu and not COVID?
Or the measles, I don't know.
Or the measles, yes.
So there was that. What else?
Yeah.
There's a lot of sub-stories coming out of that. I mean, we covered it. What was said.
Yeah. They made all the usual. All the usual political. Things,
Criticize
I wish
delay in the budget
well.
reading, things like that.
Yeah. I wish Tracy well, because again, me never like the whole way how the whole thing gone on, but she is the party leader. So I hope she get the party together. I hope I could put up a good opposition, and get the country rolling again. We're waiting on y'all.
The budget means hard time there, according to her. The delay in the budget reading. So, these are things that were said. She mentioned election fraud, abuse of the process, things like that.
She mentioned that we're headed for an economic and political meltdown. We already had the political meltdown, maybe the economic, but we already had the political meltdown. Yeah.
They offered the PUP suggestions on how to handle the global trade war.
Yeah. Okay, now listen to this.
Listen.
The opposition leader says, stay awake, Belize. Democracy in peril amid the Faber arrest drama thing. All of a sudden, now that's about, democracy is in jeopardy. They're in jeopardy when nepotism they go on. They're in jeopardy when, anyway.
Yeah. What you say that?
We worry about jeopardy. What?
What you say that?
Where I say that?
Uh-huh.
It is on a headline right here. Let me see. I could read you the article.
Okay. Fakrem News or?
On a news source.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've seen it on more than one news source.
Yeah, that's crap.
That don't count.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that don't count.
If that is spin and put on it, that is crapola. Anyway,
what's our spin?
No, that a dance spin. You got no spin. We said the facts.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking. This morning before while I was up, I made a watch one thing about. You ever heard about the Tibetan Book of the Dead?
The what? Tibetan Book of the Dead?
Tibetan Book of the Dead.
No.
If they're in a curl and I said Tibet one book on the dead, but I don't know what I mean. It means the Tibetan Book on the Dead.
Yes.
It's from Tibet. Over 1,200 years old. That don't serious. You don't have to read that or look at something. You know what they say about death? I'm telling you real quick.
What did I say?
They said that death is not what we think. Reincarnation is not a blessing. It is a curse. Because according to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, they said that when you die, the most important thing happened within 2 or 3 minutes. They said that when you die, you become detached from your body and you wake up like if you're in a dream. They said when you wake up, they say you are seeing a clear light, like a big flash of light. And they say that's where most people fail. When they see that, they run from it. They say that you're trying to hold on to something that's not there anymore and you run from it. They say if you run to it, they say you'll continue your thing, you continue your evolution. But if you run from it, that's where reincarnation come in, and that's where people said in sick ghosts to try talk to people and stuff. They also said that you go to a place called the Bardo for 49 days. That's like purgatory. And that's where you see things like angels and stuff. But they said that's where your soul confronts itself. So whatever angels you may see are the good things you've done. And when you start to see demons, those are the bad things that one crazy thing. But they said that what happened, a lot of people, if they're not aware of that, they're going to run back and end up in the cycle of reincarnation instead of moving ahead. So they said the book is there just to let people know if you die.
Who wrote this book and how did they know that?
There's some dead man from Tibet.
The Tibetans. Don't you dare question the Tibetans.
Yeah, it's a Tibetan book of the dead, but they said that if you know, even if you not believe, they say, and you die and you see these things, they say, just follow their step. When you see that light, go to it, not run from it. They say, because if you run from it, the light is the thing that take you into your next phase of existence.
Has anybody run from the light?
Yeah, they say most people run from the light because they become scared. They run from the light, and that's how you get into reincarnation, because you did not leave this plateau. You didn't leave this realm. You ran away from the elevator that was going to take you to the next one, so you end up coming around. And every time you die, if you don't understand what the Tibetan Book of the Dead tell you, you run from the light each time, and you end up coming back. I don't know. No bet your life on it. But if anybody out there dies on a city light, run to it. Just sort of the Tibetan people and say, run to it. Yep. That's why I'm afraid to black out, you know.
So would you want to, what's the name of the guy?
Nostradamus?
No. There's a guy, forget his name. But he's in the mid part of things where would you want the ability to live for hundreds and hundreds of years?
No.
Yes.
No.
There's a name of a guy who's said pop up in every timeline.
Yes.
You want the ability? You would want to live for several hundred of years?
No.
As long as my beards could live with me, yes.
Well, they did not specify all of that.
No, but I tell you, I believe that I would, because you know why? All the people in the Bible that achieve great things live to 1,000 years, 800 years, 600 years, 75 years.
So you're saying if you live to see 70, 75, 10, you have not done what you were supposed to do?
At 10, people just they understand the value and the meaning of life. You only start to accept how precious life is when you have more years behind you than in front of you. Because look at a guy like, I don't know, think of people, inventors, teachers and like that, how much knowledge they have at 75 years old. If they knew at 75 that they got another 100 years to go, imagine how much they could build on all that knowledge where one get lost when they die at 75. I don't want to live to that because the possibilities will be endless. And I'll be kind of lonely because I know what people die around, yeah.
Right.
But then you can stop there and mountain like taxidermy and they will do all the time.
There's an episode of that in your good old Twilight Zone, remember?
Mm.
Remember that episode?
Yep.
When you keep going back?
No, you don't go back. You just not die. You just
die. Because you know you keep going back to your life, like you don't die.
I don't know.
No, but if you think about it,
in the back of my mind, I said, "Why? There's a lot of people who."
I have told you guys that before when we had this discussion. I don't want that.
You don't want
that's the why.
They got some people scared of death, though. If you real,
Yeah, I think that we that believes they a cycle when not so good, and it's that 55-year retirement age. Anybody with 55 want to tell you that they have at least one other 10, 15 good work years in a day. A person at 55 just getting in a prime good with everything, and you are looking at it and say, oh, you have to stop work.
You gotta stop working. You gotta stop, get up every day, go to work. You gotta stop that.
Yes, right away you lose because your brain have to work for you to be healthy and think. But I don't know if that makes sense financially. Because if you force people to retire at 55, you don't have to end up the pay all kind of thing like unemployment. Well, I don't know if you got unemployment, yeah? I don't know if you pay unemployment or social security money stop going into the coffers. I mean, I don't know if they want good.
You wait until you reach a certain age to collect that Social Security now.
But then you can't, if they retire you at 55, you can't say the hell with that, give me my social now.
No.
Why not? Because
that's how it works.
No, but you see, and that's where I think the crime is. Because if they are legally telling you that you have to retire, then you should legally tell me, I want to give you your money that you've been putting in, because now we know they allow you for work. I mean, am I missing something?
I don't follow you.
If then they tell you you have to stop work at 55, but you can't collect your unemployment or your pension or whatever until 10 years, 7 years, 5 years from now, that's wrong. That means that then you hold your money ransom. If they tell you legally you can't work, then they need to give you your money. At 55, I can't work, according to you, so give me my money.
I'm not sure how that thing they work. Then they say you can't work, you can work.
Exactly, because I know sometimes
you can't work where you were.
Oh, you could go work someplace else.
But you can't work where you.
There's little, there's things that happen when you're. I'm not sure how you work. I know reach age. Carmelo.
I know that work.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Good morning, niece.
Well, get it starts right now. Correct.
Good morning, man.
Tell me how you work. Uncle.
Yes. At the point made by Steve's retirement at 55, I don't know that it is universal in Belize in the sense that private businesses will do it, but for government, retirement is at 55.
Government,
And I like the point that Steve is making, and sometimes we don't reflect on it. Like in my career and in my life, like when you have my first degree, we had to leave Belize at one point up to, I would say, maybe up to the 1990, you almost had to leave Belize to get at least a first degree. So you either went Britain or the West Indies or some other place, the United States. And a lot of time when you say Belize people go foreign for study, at least for maybe a first degree, you're in class with kids that are much younger than you. Mm-hmm. The point is that at that time, and it's still reflected this way, that when Belize people really get qualified, either in terms of academics or in terms of their experience, they would be perhaps 40, 50 years old. And if you're putting them out to pasture at that time, then you're kind of shortchanging what the labor force could produce, because you want the labor force do what it does when it is most productive. So not only for the individual, it's really for the larger picture of the society and the nation. So I take your point, Steve, that government itself and the Belize government needs to reconsider this. And I'm saying this because at one point I was, deep in one of the unions, or more than one of the unions, and we did an actuarial study. And that actuarial study was in relation to, can government continue to afford pension and gratuity? Mm-hmm. And this was back in 2012. And you know what the study found? It found that government can't afford pension and gratuity in perpetuity. There's no pension fund that government have, that is in general revenue that they have. And one of the recommendations, Steve and Lee and Frisco, I guess, is that you need to carry up the retirement age, because in the Caribbean, in the insular Caribbean, the island Caribbean, I think in Barbados, it's I believe it's 62. In Jamaica, I believe it is 60. Long story short, I believe that Belize might be the only former British colony in the Caribbean where the retirement age is 55.
What's the rationale for that? What's the rationale for that number?
Huh?
You say?
What's the rationale for that age?
Well, my understanding, Steve, is that, and that's a very good question, because nobody has come up with a sensible answer. My understanding is that it was very political. There was somebody who was of a certain political party, and they wanted to take over the reins of a certain institution. I think it was Radio Belize. And they couldn't wait till I don't know if the retirement was, I think the retirement age was 60 at one point. They couldn't wait in turn, so the retirement age was decreased to 55. I don't know if that is fact or fiction, but what I will tell you is that I have heard no sensible, rational or justification for 55.
That's right.
So all can work in the government until 55.
Yeah.
And then you could go in the private sector.
I think that's across the board, whether you're the
Hold on.
public officers. In fact, in the military, it was even, how would I say, a more extreme case, because in the military, I think that retirement was, I think 42 or something like that. And I've heard echoes that it has gone up or it's going to go up, no, the military.
But my uncle,
but you see, this is an important conversation, you know why? Because most people think that the wealth of nations, old Adam Smith was an economist from way back. He wrote, his thesis was on the wealth of nations. How many people think that wealth is related to oil and diamonds and gold?
Natural resources.
But that is not so. The most valuable resource that the planet has is human resources.
Tell that to AI.
It's human resources. And you could do the arithmetic. You could look at some of the poorest countries in the world. And we talk Africa, well, Africa is a continent. You look for Africa, the countries are blessed with tremendous material wealth. But what happened to the population? And what happened to the country? It's underdeveloped, poverty, diseases, all the negative aspects that goes with the lack of development. And there was an article in the Economist magazine, maybe going back 10, 15 years now, that is echoing what I am saying, and I am echoing what they have found out, that the most valuable resource is human resources. If you don't have a well-trained population that could make good decisions and that could fit into your industry, whether that's agriculture or fishing or electronics, then you're not going to go anywhere. You know, an informed population also, you know, one of the problems that we have with Belize, and I'm not talking about the politics, I talk policy, national policy, one of the problems that we have in Belize is the lack of trained human resources and the lack of people who can make very sensible decisions. And we are kind of stuck in a political mode where every 5 years somebody comes with a bag of money to you. You know, I understand this last time. They were paying as much as $250, $300 for a vote. Because they know that a large segment of the population was not in a position to say, you know what, I want to take on money and I could reason this out and I am doing what I need to do. You see, so it has consequences. It has consequences.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on a good conversation. Have a good morning, guys.
Thank you, my uncle.
Morning, my uncle.
We forgot to ask about the part of Paul's killer whale.
He's listening.
No.
He's listening.
Let's not forget 2 very important things what my uncle just said.
Yes.
First was great topic, and the second was Steve Wright. All right. No, but hold on. No, but see, I want to tell you something, bro. See, I want to tell you. I try to be as fair as possible. And if government is telling you you need to retire at 55, you should have the option whether or not to cash in your benefits. Because according to them, you are no longer eligible to work. You might not be able to find a job in the private sector at this point, you know? So I don't see how they could just throw you out and then let you there and say,
the money that you work for, remember, you're going to get your benefit. You're going to get your years of service.
Yes. So, but
that should tie you over.
When they force me out, when I reach 55 and they force me out, the next month I only get one Social Security check.
No.
Okay. Hold on, we got
when I am start to get my check.
You work until you're 55 and then somebody said that you continue to pay Social Security up to 60 something.
But how can you if you know the work?
Well, it'll work. It will work somewhere else. But we got a call. Carmelo?
Yeah, greetings, brothers. And Mona Lisa love.
Good morning.
I first of all want to say happiest and best wishes are strong to the head of Krem.
We were saving that for last.
But the X.
We were saving
all right, you done smile with surprise.
I had honestly never met him in person, but I met and heard a lot of his contributions towards the outcry and the voices of the people, especially the Afro people in Belize, Amanda, all that. So I best wishes, God bless him, and they say no wait till a man dead to tell I good.
No, we don't do that.
I tell I good all the time. Right? I tell I it's not the best.
No. Groove say that Brooklyn is the capital of the world.
New York.
I've been to Flatbush, I've been to St. Nicholas Avenue and so other things, but it's pretty. I agree, pretty. But
I like Flatbush.
That's all I could say about it, because I've been to other many places that are as pretty as well. In regards to the retirement age of 55, I wonder then, if the age of retirement is 55, how many young people work in the government? Nobody know 55 there?
Not yet.
Yes, there are those who are 55 and over. I don't know how they renegotiate their contract.
So if you're telling me that you have to be retired at 55, then I guess you better check my phone too.
55, some of them.
I can't be over 55 and telling you to retire. Then again, they mentioned but the pension that the government can't afford is a little questionable, because most of the monies that government moves come from the taxes, from people, from the population, come from their pockets.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, Social Security, and our wrap with this, they have $100 million available to lend to whoever wants to lend money. They announced it for last year up to this year. And maybe the book of the dead does something nice. He talk about it too, but I know it in the Egyptian studies, is they tell about the book of the dead. Maybe you heard, maybe when you go on the media and so you heard, this COVID-19 has its objective to eliminate people 50 and over, got to pay them their pension. And I heard that in Monang, I heard it here in Belize, people would travel tell me about it, and I also read it when I could have read YouTube and so. Intentionally, they didn't want to pay no more pension. So a lot of people start, so it was a strategically, they wanted to eliminate all the people that had to pay no pension. And I tell you, people come in person and tell me about it right at the tourist village. People working on the ship and so. But anyway, you guys take care and continue enjoying the program.
All right.
Enjoy your holiday tomorrow, Ram.
Yeah.
Yo,
what you say?
So enjoy your holiday tomorrow, Labor Day.
Oh, I don't tell you already. We can enjoy holiday because we don't got it as they have it. They got it good. We don't have it good. We still have a struggle holiday or no holiday.
Yeah.
Because nobody got nothing for us. And mention one word, nepotism. It's always my uncle, my brother, my sister, my uncle, my nephew, my niece. I don't know if you remember that. The reggae man, my uncle, my father, my mother, my uncle, my nephew, my niece. Hey, look here, I rap with this. Samson, that's the new name I'm giving to group. Samson.
Sanctions? Okay.
Yes, because the wife cut out the hair, that's why the man can't go nowhere.
Oh, Samson. Ah, boy.
That's right.
The wife that know Dana, Delilah.
Well.
Oh my goodness.
Later, Ram.
I got.
Ram called it Delilah because I'm here.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This next call back. I don't know how this thing works.
So
one steward says, JJ says, you work until 55 if you're in the government.
Mm-hmm.
But social doesn't kick in until 60.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So if you stop working government or they hire you back, I don't know how that work, or you go work in a private sector, you still have to contribute until you're 60.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you contribute.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Until you're 60, because 60 is social kick in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Does anybody else
The whole
see
thing
that
sound confused. Even myself not to clear how that. Yeah, that's a good topic too, cause
anybody else see that as asinine?
Uh-huh.
They have put you out. No, first of all, no CEO is supposed to be over 55. First thing, nobody in a government.
First of all.
Nobody in a government, any form of government, supposed to be over 55.
So the Prime Minister
That's
not
the
the Prime
Minister. It no matter. According to the law, if you work, if you don't have public servant and whatever, 55, that's it. So no political person is supposed to be over 55. Second thing, if one company where you work for fire you, retire you, or stop you from work, and that's because of a government regulation, then you supposed to get your money that you put in if you want. If you could make it through that 5 years without your money, that's your business. But there's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people. How the hell I want you contribute if they just fire you? Suppose you can't
They
get
did
on
not
job.
fire you. You have come of age, Steve, so it's time to leave.
Please, as long as you don't got your job, they fire you because you get old. They fire you because they think you get old. 55, they're not even old no more. But what happened? We make the people tell we fool. People in a government where 60, 70 want tell we you can't work in a government if you're 55. Meanwhile, they nearly time for kick the bucket. That's not correct. That's not correct. It's supposed to be for everybody.
Across the board.
Everybody across the board.
For those who worked it, I guess, after the retirement age, you get, if they want you still, you get hired on a contract.
Yes, you get hired back on a contract. You get hired on
a contract. But
this sound like one businessman try make.
That's how it work. That's how it work.
But this sound like one businessman came up with this idea, thinking that all right, if we fire,
the social security scheme.
Yeah, exactly. Because the logic of that would be that like if you have somebody where they work there long, their pay go up, their benefits go up. But if you fire them, they're like some companies will fire you before 10 years.
Hey, Groove, that's how the government work. They're like tax. You work hard and you're dead on minimum wage. At the moment you jump on pay scale, the tax man come for most of what you work hard for.
Yeah. Yeah, but right? I'm saying you
did a bottom and then you work hard and you get a raise. That's why some people even want a raise.
Right.
You know, but, because I make you bring home less money.
I saw me going through this new regime. I can't remember the Prime Minister said a new regime for tax system, and I need to go over that because they raise the threshold. Remember?
Yeah, I'm going over it too. Not that I don't understand it, but I'm going over it.
But no, we still have to go over that too.
That retirement
thing. How people are benefit from that.
Yeah, that retirement thing. That like you throw somebody overboard off on a boat without one life raft and say, swim to land if you can.
And for yourself.
You know, that's not how you're supposed to get taken care of after you work for your country. And like a couple of the callers have said, when you put out people at 55, you to get rid of your cream of the crop.
Exactly.
You know, people with the
the experience you're getting rid of.
Exactly.
Man.
That's right. You're the drain with self. One of our listeners, good morning, Ronald, say, Groove, what you are speaking to is referred to as ageism, discrimination based on a person's age, nothing else. And that's what it is. And again, it surprised me that this has been going on for so long.
Just been saying, PSU, nobody not have a problem
for so long, and nobody got the balls for say this not correct. It take the morning stew again for start one little thing. You know, I don't know why Lisa like come up with that kind of topic that way and cause problem.
So
but
if the government again, well, the government hire a bunch of people, private sector different.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stop work at the 55, you don't pay social unless you do work. So if you pick up a job somewhere about, then you continue to pay social. So I mean, yeah, that was confusing thing.
yeah. I know. Okay, Lisa, but think about this. Suppose you 55 or you 54, right? You're in a company.
No, you're the government, not company. Government.
Yeah, you're in a government. You're in a government.
1 second, Carl. 1 second.
You're not in the best of health. You're just healthy enough to go to work, sit down in your chair and do your job. Thank God when the day done could make it back home. No, but you're still doing your job. When you're 55 now, they put you out. There is no way you could go find another job because you barely did do this one. So you can't work. You don't get hired no place else. What are you supposed to do? Even though you got a pile of money there, where then you hold on to it because you know why I think.
You know why I think.
We got somebody there on the line. Let me grab this.
Yeah.
Hi. Good morning. I just want to add to the conversation.
Okay,
no matter what we talk about, yes, I agree with the show with talent. But it's not the government who want to increase the retirement age, you know. I know personally for a fact from 2010, I personally have been in discussion for us to increase the pension age. But it's the union members, it's the public officers who keep fighting against it and don't want the government to increase the retirement age from 55 to either 60 or 65. It's the union members, it's not the government. It has been on the table for years, from 2010 to increase the age, but the union members are fighting against it.
Well, that's why I'm not here for the PSU, because just to say why I'm not here for the PSU.
There you go.
It's the union members. They don't want the age to increase, and we have been proposing, okay, let's change the mandatory age from 55, but have the option to leave at 55 if you have health issues or you really want to go. You have the option to leave at 55, but let it be mandatory at 60. Not even that the public officers want. And I personally know that it's a talent drain when you retire public officers at 55, because you leave with your gratuity package at 55 and a pension from the government. You collect that until you die. And then at age 60, you collect the Social Security pension in addition to the government pension. Until you die. But it's the public officers who are fighting against the change of age. So please let us lay the blame where it belongs.
Okay, what was the rationale for them not wanting to raise it?
They just want to go out for dog and get free money.
Wow. Well, you must the whole thing wide open now with this piece of information. You know, Lord,
I mean, it's for some of the public officers, because you have some that want to stay on, but they can't because they have to leave at 55, mandatory. And you have some that wants to stay and work. If they're lucky, they get a little contract and they go and work maybe for 2 years, but they still have health and all the training and everything that they could contribute to the government, but they can't stay on by law. But if the union would put their foot down to the members and let them know, listen, it's not feasible for us to go at 55, and the amount of training that government put into public officers, we should stay on past 55 and give more. We should.
Well, that's interesting.
But that's just my contribution.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Well,
that's so interesting info.
I don't know if you and Lisa catch it, but this woman said, and this woman was somebody, we just don't know that who.
Yeah, we don't know that who, but that's somebody.
Yes, that's somebody. It said, we have proposed.
Yeah.
You said we have proposed.
That's what she said. That's what I heard.
I tell you, GOB, they listen to it. They listen to it. But anyway,
one person says BEL as well. They're not. What do you call that? They're not government.
No, that's private.
Private.
Yeah.
So early retirement age are now 60. If you work at BEL, for example. Early retirement age, that's 60, but mandatory at 65.
Yeah, you see, Frisco is BEL private?
Yes, it is.
Private? Yeah.
We got to take a break. Government have
Yeah.
shares, but
Yeah. I think, yeah, you know something? I believe that there are certain things where for national security, a lot of things fall under national security, not just military, food and stuff. And I think that human resources supposed to fall under that too. And for what I don't understand, why, well, I figure the way how it work, a lot of people in the union figure, well, if government retire me at 55, I could catch you another job and I could do another thing, and I got nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But you know something? With the drain with country, where you doing the service to the
well,
country.
what the caller said just now, if that is legit, then it is the PSU members themselves when I want it.
Yeah, this is how we had to say. The members, if that's the case, I think there should be a hastily word letter to these members.
I want to use a word, you know, Marlon, but I hesitate.
That word. You're hesitant to use it?
Yeah, I don't know why it sounds so cliche, but I don't want to use it. But I left it. I left it. We got with this better, quote unquote. But yeah, this whole thing seems to be, and a lot of people might not even understand it if you're not really involved in it. Young people for sure who not reach, they probably don't even worry about all of that. Young people like myself, when they're under 30, I mean, hey.
Yeah, yep. But I'll tell you something.
Hey, Lisa, it got over your head.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that one of the things about staying healthy and young is to be active, just physically, not just physically.
And I understand you work all these years in government and you're looking forward to 55, but keep active and move, do something.
Well, you can't tell somebody to be active if they don't want to be active.
Stay where you are.
People got their own plans. People got their own plans. They want, I guess that because they want, look at it like this. Maybe you want to reach your age, because you want to collect your things.
Well, yeah, that's what.
So people don't want to wait till I don't want to wait, but that might be their justification. I don't want to wait till I'm 65 and old.
Isn't the problem that you can't collect your things until you're 60 or something?
Well, from Social Security, the other one
Security.
You can collect, and you are collecting.
But you get a pension.
Your government pension and your gratuity. You I might not even live before. I might not even live to enjoy my.
Right, so that might be, I've heard that conversation as well. Thinking about it now.
That too.
Yeah, no, I know this young man who already did his 10 years in a police and he stopped and he's 30 years old. So now he already got his 10-year pension. So he's going to start working at another place to work on another 10 years so that by the time he hits 40, he done got 2 pensions. I ain't going like, no, I understand that. But if you start out as a public servant in a government, the longer you there in there, the more...
Well, like you said that because you don't work in there. The people that are working, they don't want it. They got their rationale why they don't want it.
But if it cause a problem, you know...
Who problem the cause that you bring it up? If you know the cause, they no problem. Who are we to say?
It's like the woman just said. It is a drain on the country when you have good people. Well, anyway, you know,
people take their talent. People say, what people do? They either carry their talent to the private sector or they get contract where usually come on higher money, bigger money for those who connected, or they collect their money and take their money and invest in some business and they open their own business. How can all these things play out how people want to spend their money, maneuver their ones and twos? But you got to take a break. Haha. Right. Let's get her done. Well, yeah, we missed it, but hey, it is what it is.
No, we didn't miss it because it was on the screen.
Oh,
It was.
brilliant.
It was on the screen. Got a couple of messages here. It says, Barber have to learn to keep cool. Believe what you want, but not everything you believe is true or can be proved. And at 55, you collect pension if you work with government. You get Social Security at 60 if you are not working, and 65 work or not. All right. Well, again, that makes sense. At 55, you collect your pension. If you work with government, yeah. You get your Social Security at 60. Well, that's very good because that way there, you know. Because I'll tell you, nothing worse than when old people get old and they realize that they don't have their ducks lined up correctly. Because a lot of things where I see young people are doing now is fine. But when you get older, you won't be able to do that. So, you know, you need to make some sort of provision. That's why I wish that regular people would have know what kind of stocks out there we could have buy. Where they out there that believes where we could have buy. Well, a couple of shares or something.
Well,
So
a lot of
maybe
people
at the
invest in
end
BEL, BWS, the utility companies that way.
Invest in yourself.
Oh, wait, you see?
Why don't you invest in yourself?
Holy Redeemer
never-
Credit Union got shareholders there too.
Wait, make an answer, Lisa.
All their
The reason
members are shareholders.
I don't invest in a man. Yeah, you think I gotta go there right now and say what I need and get $1,000? I'll give you my share. You know. Anyway,
You better have
Lisa say, why don't I invest in myself? Because I pay very bad dividends and low returns. So I'd rather invest.
All
No,
right.
but serious.
One person in the know says pension is earned after 15 years of unbroken service and paid at age 55 by the government of Belize.
Very good.
It
very
is.
good.
It is paid at age 60 by SSB after you make 500 contributions. Contributions are made weekly. Gratuity is earned after 10 years. If you work less than 10 years, one qualifies for severance pay, which equals one pay times the number of years worked. If you have one permanent established, 2 open vote, 3 contract, and 4 elected public servants. I last part apart there. Elected public servants get 66% of their annual salary as a pension, as long as they win 2 consecutive terms.
What? Wait.
So there are nuances into how you get that kizash.
But what I mean, who have to win 2 consecutive terms?
Elected public servants get 66% of their annual salary as a pension if they won 2 consecutive terms.
Wait. Politician will serve 2 terms, get 66% on $100,000?
I don't know what that yearly pay. But that pension. Pension.
Explain to Anna where the thing, proper English.
And I say CEOs, I say elected public servants.
So that means that then they get more. If you're elected.
Ministers of government then.
All right. 66% $100,000.
I don't know when they get paid yearly.
I know some. I know some people work their life and don't get 66% or $100,000.
And how it work? It pays to be elected if you're bad like that.
When you people get elected. That's what I'm saying.
I should have been one politician or one preacher.
Go there strong?
What?
Go there strong?
Yes, I know. I have to promise something where I can deliver.
But again, you look on it world over. Does this conform to status quo world over with?
Yes.
With elected people and pension and whatnot. So we not stand out. Do we stand out like a sore thumb or we just
No, we don't. I know something, and the reality of it is, bro, people not like this. People like live in bliss and don't realize the truth. The truth is, there's one handful of people that want to lead. They want to get to the pinnacle and lead, and that comes with benefits. And then there's one lot of people, not a handful, one multitude of people that want to be led. They know they admit it, but they want to be led. And the way you know that you want to be led is if you don't have the desire to lead. No, when you want to be led, that also has a reward. And that reward is poverty. So if you want to lead and become a leader so you could get 66%, $100,000 to retire with, you need for not want to be led. You need to put your name out and be active and say, I want to be one in one way and get 66.
That's a challenge. Whenever elections come about, that's why multiple people have their name on the ballot.
Yes, but what I'm saying
you can't have 400,000 names on the ballot.
I know, but what I'm saying is there is no way you would, because the majority of people don't even want that.
Well, that you can't work. That's how the world works. The majority of people not be the leader. I forgot one leader.
So one of the sad truth is then when people like me to talk about the unfairness, where I have to understand that this is how it works.
Yes, that's how it works.
This is how it works, because like we have always said, the only reason why capitalism works and you have millionaires and billionaires is because for capitalism to work, you have to have poor people as the mortar to build your castle. So if capitalists will never want to erase poverty.
Of course.
A billionaire never want to cure hunger. Because
don't want nobody to be rich.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you could be a philanthropist and you could cure hunger, but and everybody want to be a philanthropist. So people they want to get rich.
Yeah.
The majority of people want to get rich, and some turn to nefarious means and do illegal things to get rich. Some say they want to get the highest degree when they could and go in a corporate. Some say I'll get a big lawyer degree and I go in a law because I see money there. That what part you see money?
Yeah, and that's one thing where I think parents fail a lot, because there are some things where
I said the system rigged.
Yeah, it is. It is. One of the things just came in said when you get elected, you get special benefits. Yeah, you're right.
We know, but that we know.
One of the things that I think that we as parents fail to do is to literally guide with kids, because a lot of parents nowadays, they want to be their kid's friend. Nothing wrong with that, but I am busted behind if I have to too. And when I spoke to Alain about a month ago, and Alain wanted to make a decision that was a good decision for him. But as a parent, I know that in the long run, it won't be a good decision in the future. So I talked to him and I guided him, and he thanked you, he followed my advice. But a lot of time, we get to points as young people where your boss say, you want to take the money out of your pay or put it in a social, or you want your full pay? A lot of young people say, give me my full pay.
Give me my full pay.
Because you don't want to take that $20 out. That's good right now, because if you buy another 6-pack of beer. But when you get older and you get sick and you go to social and they say, but wait, you don't have no contribution in here. That's when you realize somebody should have tell me. So, even though you're picking and get old, somebody in their 30s, then I still picking in your mind. To act like a parent and guide them properly, because be rough.
No joke.
That message was brought to you by Lisa chapter 3, verse 2.
What?
We got to be careful along the lines to that there is such a thing called personal responsibility.
Yeah.
What you want to make or be of yourself boils down to you and what you put in. Because a lot of people say, well, we talk about the marginalized. Some people don't have to be marginalized. Some people are. But some don't have to. Some had opportunities after opportunities after opportunities and blow it. So sometimes there is a level of personal responsibility when it comes to individuals.
There is. I can tell you. You know what's one of the things that there's not very many things that I said I would go back and change. But I remember when we did a firing that a good while, I get my citizenship papers come like 2 times and I rejected it. Finally, my parents and everybody, we got the family, because I got it when I went to the military, but I rejected it. So we got the paperwork, and all everybody had to do was to sign. Boom, you would have been an American citizen. My mother signed, my father signed, Ken signed, and I signed and signed this. I believe, John, I know give up my citizenship to be all kind of thing. And my parents, that was my personal decision. But at the back of my mind, looking at it now, I always said, I wish my parents would have just stepped down a little bit harder. I said, Jabon, sign the thing. But, they gave me the opportunity to make my own decision. So sometimes, you might think you're doing the right thing as a parent, but sometimes you might not actually be, you know what I'm saying? So never be scared to tell your kid or whatever, to point them in the right direction, whether or not they want to listen to them. But
all right, I got a question for the crew. Here we go. Are you ready?
Ready.
No, ready.
The question goes like this. It should be easily answered in the question itself, but it doesn't seem to work that way. Why can't people learn from their mistakes? Because some people seem to never learn from their mistakes. Why is it? So why is it hard for some people to learn? Some do, but for some it's hard to learn from their mistakes. What would be some of the reasons why people seem to be doing the same thing over and over?
Narcissism.
It was not a mistake to begin with, so why should
narcissism?
Right.
Narcissism. That's it, Miss Love. Narcissism. It cannot be
state
a
of
mistake.
mind. Lisa said it.
Because I did it. It cannot be a mistake. It has to be a problem with the outcome, not what I did.
What I did.
Yeah, as narcissism.
Fair enough.
That's the thing.
Two things: either narcissism or fool. One of the two.
I would throw you keep making the same mistakes because the problem you have, the mistake is a habit. Habits are hard to break. How about that one?
Well, that's good. Like cheating for your wife?
Like drinking.
Habit. Yes.
Like drinking.
Yeah.
Frisco said like drinking, not cheating. Like drinking. They're gonna set me up.
That's right.
He said because you're a narcissist.
Oh, so those might be some of the reasons why people seem to keep doing the same things or making the same mistakes. And you say you would think that a person would learn. So I try to. The subject matter is why people keep doing this or making the same mistakes over and over. So you say state of mind as in a narcissistic view that no, you wrong, that everybody else wrong. Lisa said what again, Lisa?
I was the one who said narcissist. You're a narcissist.
You may got a little different take on it, but I remember that way I said.
Yeah, I said narcissist. You said because you think you're right.
Okay, one story says they probably remain in the same environment.
Because you think you're right, so you won't do anything.
Yeah.
How about the environment? Because of the environment you're in.
But that still don't make a difference, because if you do something expecting a certain outcome and that's not what you got,
the same thing,
and then you go back and you do the same thing again, that don't necessarily. The only way it would have to be your environment is because if the thing that you have to do, you don't have the equipment to do it with, so you have to continue using the same thing.
Well, I think this story might be speaking about some of the gang stuff, based like you live in a zone. It's harder.
Because you
live there, you don't have. And some people literally have to find a way to move.
Yeah, well,
not everybody can.
So I could understand. I could go with environment as a reason.
Unfortunately, though. That's one of the things, again, because if you realize that the environment is this, then you need to find a way to remove yourself
from the
Some people can't.
You don't know how.
Yeah.
No, good one, Environment now, a good reason why people make the same mistakes. They say you keep to get locked up the police station.
What? How dare you? Somebody say one of the ways to reduce poverty is practice birth control.
Oh, Lord.
2 or 3 children for the most. All right, very good. When you're in a poverty, The only thing we could do that wrong half of the time. You can't even afford birth control.
Hi.
No comment.
Yeah. Oh, birth control free then, sir.
Somebody else agrees with environment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, you see, when we said that, yeah, okay.
I know they give it an excuse, but we don't say ask why they make the mistake. Why people keep making the same mistakes.
Yeah. Because,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good question.
Yeah. I hope you got your answers.
Exactly. Well, I heard that because all the rats scramble off the ship when the ship starts to sink, Amazon was prepared to put the price of their Amazon products beneath their Amazon products, and then to the right, they were gonna put in the tariff cost and what the new price is.
Oh, for real?
Yes, but somebody told Donald Trump, and Trump called Bezos and say, how are you going to do that to me? This is political sabotage. And Bezos said, I don't have nothing to you, sir. And he proceeded to kiss Trump's behind, and he said that they're not going to do it. But you see what's happening? America is in the process of bending over. And Trump, nobody in America to know that he had to pull down his pants. So whereas Jeff Bezos was going to say, all right, this is how much the tariffs are costing you, Trump don't want nobody to know that. So he threatens people. And I don't care if he threatens Jeff Bezos, because Jeff Bezos is also an egg with ears. But he threatens people so that you don't know the truth. So, and whenever you see somebody doing something and they don't want you to know the truth about it, there's nefarious things afoot.
Dr. Nefarious.
Yes, the U.S. economy shrunk by 3%.
Let me remind you guys, though, we got to remind these people, and we got to probably get it started Monday. Of the giveaway from Ewert's Fishing Adventure in Placencia for Mother's Day.
That's right.
Remind you that we're giving away a package from Ewert's for a family, for mom and her family.
That's right.
Depending how big your family, it goes up to at least 10 people. I mean, you don't have to be 10, but mom's family, mom and family.
That means mom could bring all the picnic, the husband, and his sweetheart.
Mom and family, I'll leave it like that. Leave it. To have a nice little getaway. They're going to be key hopping. Placencia. Sure. Yeah. Forget what it. I got the 2 keys,
That's an adventure.
Yeah. So Placencia, Silk Key, and Moho Key.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Fishing adventure, so you could do all fishing, all kind of things like that.
Yeah, 2 keys on the peninsula.
You know that 3 key, because when they come back from Wepa, Moho Key as well.
Moho Key, Silk Key. They go back to
Placencia.
They are getting a whole ski for going inside of the place. That's 3. Yes.
Okay. All
so,
right.
yeah. We finalize so we can do that. But Monday we can kick that off.
Very
just
good.
Reminding you guys
like that.
for Mother's Day,
like
right?
That.
So, yeah. Don't forget.
Yo, never. Frisco, call downstairs and ask Shane if X left the cake for you.
All right, get into that now. What are we talking about?
What? Today is X birthday. I have the X me send 3 slices of cake.
What you want to do birthday?
Make
it the birthday.
I don't know why X laughs so much when we tell her that we are supposed to send cake for it.
I don't know why.
Let's do birthdays real quick. Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Lenny Baby.
Today is the day you've been waiting for. Today, today is your birthday. We just can't wait to celebrate. Because today is your birthday.
Right. Who we got celebrating a birthday today? Talk to me, people.
It's Christy, darling.
Yes.
Who that is?
This is the one and only Miss Zephra Crawford. Celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Zephra, coming to you from your husband, your children, your students. She does teach at Frisco. If she don't be my teacher, I'm still in a school. But anyway, happy birthday to you, Miss Zephra. You have many, many more.
Like CY.
Yes, I tell you, if I be in a CY class, I may alone the field.
Why I tell you.
I tell you. This is Miss Diana Crawford, also celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Miss Diana. Coming to you from all your friends and your family.
Happy birthday.
That's right. Get one, Lise. Get one, Lise. This is, I thought I had deleted this picture. This is my nephew, Andy Greenwich. Happy birthday to you, Andy.
No, that's nephew.
Yes, that's my nephew. Yes. Happy birthday. Coming to you from all of the family. Yes. And here he is the morning after. Happy birthday to you again, Andy Greenwich. Yes. AKA Breda.
Okay, Breda. Happy birthday.
Yes, man. That's right. But not only that, this is Miss Avia Moulton. Celebrating a birthday on...
I think you met her.
Yes, you met Vio already. Here she is saying, hurry up and take this picture. I can't hold this smile forever. That's right. But that's not all, Miss Love. Guess what?
Guess what?
This right here. This is the one and only Soul Chat Rabato.
Oh, happy birthday, Soul Chat.
Yes. And at a quick glance, if you look, you want with a wedding got the flag there. You know, anytime usually they put something in front of something, if they fly open or something. Yes, anyway. Happy birthday, Soul Chat. Hope you have many, many more.
Happy birthday.
Yes. And this is Miss Love.
This is my cousin in Camalote, Ralph. Ralph Flowers, happy birthday to you. Enjoy everything about your birthday. And this is coming to you from everybody who loves you, especially your sister Irene. With love.
Yes.
And from all of your cousins, happy birthday, Ralph.
That's right.
All right.
And
so Ralph.
Who else do we have up
Today's
there?
Mahabub Flores' birthday.
Sure.
Mahabub.
Yes.
Pita le magre sule fara sule ate lupani. Ini garina go. Highway bugana tikong.
Happy birthday, Bob, coming to you from everybody who loves you.
That's right. That's
Straight in
right.
the kitchen.
Yes. How you mean?
That was when we went down to Dangriga for work one year.
Somebody that had a photo bomb Mahabub picture.
Hush.
Yes. That's right. Who else have we on this birthday occasion?
Darling, that's it, Steve. And Frisco,
Yes.
happy birthday to the chairman.
There it is.
Evan X.
Happy birthday to the one and only. There he is.
Yeah.
Evan X Hyde.
Happy
AKA.
birthday.
Yes, Lisa said that when a young man girl used to call her
He's still handsome. Stop it.
Hans. That's right. That's right.
When I sing happy birthday to you, everybody who loves you, wishing you many more happy birthday. I am sending a very special happy birthday to you as well. I love you so much, and you know this.
Yes, me and Lisa love you, Frisco. I appreciate you. And yes, I really appreciate the cake. No matter what time the cake get you, we enjoy it.
Yes, we will enjoy this cake. Thank you so much.
Watch our X with the afro. Watch our X with the afro.
Yeah,
Bassy flap. What you mean?
That's how it, yes. Back in that day, anybody used to walk straight, you know.
Well, that X with that mustache right there, sir?
Of course, of course. Back in that day, you had bellfoot pants, and you kept your left hand to your left hand to your side, and you just move your right hand when you walk.
Huh? Greasy.
Yes.
Your Bassy flap.
That's the Bassy flap.
Yes. That's how my dad walks. Hey.
And you know what they say when you pass there, you know that what they say you did? He Bassy flew. Bassy flap is when you walk past. When you don't pass and say he Bassy flew.
Bassy flew.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Different kind of bars, though, for real.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so very much. I hit up Christy before the show. And I said, Christy, I have some pictures. Can you do this for me? And she like, LOL, I have those same pictures. I said, can you put them together for me? So that's the reason why I posted one picture in the group, and I knew you guys would not recognize him because it was a black and white picture, and y'all know that I love black and white pictures.
Yeah,
And
Frisco.
I said, yeah.
Frisco, Lisa, try to go for the Rays. No, you know.
No, I got that. That's fine.
What? Where's that? Anyway, boss, happy birthday, bro. We hope you enjoyed. We hope you have many, many more healthy ones. Know that you are loved. Know that you are a legend. Know that you are history.
Oh, yes.
And yes, you will always, always be respected and loved. So, Madaheka XTV, why group the mention me and love together? Well, kind of Monday.
Boss, I love you so much. Happy birthday to you. I wish you many more happy birthdays.
Right.
World without end. I love you. Trust me. Evan.
I know.
That's my boy. Buddy, that's my boss.
I know you didn't listen.
I know
you want to call, but you don't want to call because you know Frisco and ask about the cake if you call. I don't want Frisco.
It's the minute try put me in your thing there, no star.
Yes, it's
I take the blame.
Yes, they you know what, Frisco no one being always simmy dimmy.
Yeah. Well, as we're here, let's hit the girly word then, Miss Love. If you got it, you know you do.
Of course. We have a girly word. Here we go. You know what I saw this morning?
What did you see?
I saw a woodpecker.
A what?
A woodpecker.
What's a woodpecker?
A woodpecker. What did you hear me say?
I thought you said a woodpecker. I mean, what the woodpecker?
Woodpecker. A woodpecker.
That's what I heard. I heard Whitaker.
Yeah.
Pecking away at the a coconut tree.
All I heard was pecker. I wasn't sure what kind of pecker. There's a woodpecker.
Okay.
Yes.
So here's your girly word. It says, always help someone. You might be the only one who does.
That's right. That's right. Very, very good.
You might be the only one.
And you might be the last one who can.
Yeah.
Very good, Miss Love. Very uplifting on a moist hump day, heading into Dunghill Thursday and Free Flower Friday. That's right. Very good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first part of the man's perspective, and we have to say that very carefully because sometimes, usually, lately, there's been one part. And the other one is like ice cream with chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry all combined together as one. But I didn't Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This man's perspective says, no matter your age, you'll always wish you started younger. But today is the youngest you'll ever be. Yeah. Yeah, think about that for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no matter your age, you'll always wish you started younger.
It's true.
But today is the youngest you will ever be.
So get it done.
You're right.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Beat around the bush with your piam.
Don't worry about what was. Don't worry about what was.
That's right.
So start now.
Start now. That's right.
Win.
Today is the youngest. But that's profound, Today is the youngest that you will ever be.
Yes, got a downhill after that.
Why?
55 going down.
Straight downhill.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us throw the dice and let us see a man's perspective, a word of advice, a good of health, or a combination of the tres.
Three of them.
Hey, which one? Where I get?
Roll the dice.
All right, here comes the man's perspective question.
There you go. We're rolling.
Very good.
All right. So you're in a relationship. You have a good girlfriend. And come special occasions like birthdays, Christmas, maybe Valentine, you don't receive a gift, quote unquote, from your lady, your woman.
Yes.
How should you process that? Should you take that to mean something?
Could it be that she had no money?
I don't know.
The question, dear Brutus, should be asked, what do you consider as a gift? Is it monetary? Is it emotional?
Material?
Is it material?
Well, you know, we talk about material, yes. You get a gift. You, Valentine, you get a gift. Her birthday, you get a gift. You go, spend that kiss ash. But on your birthday, you don't get nothing.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. You know, I had to look at, again, I had to go with the answer that we had for the last problem we discussed. I had to say it would be due to the environment. Yeah, because you know what happened? Honest with you. Donna's birthday just passed, right? I didn't get Donna a gift. Or anniversary just passed a few days before. I didn't get Donna a gift. My birthday just passed the other day. Donna didn't get me a gift. You know, so now I tit for tat. No, you know I get me, I know to get you.
Oh, where this picture come from? Well, somebody send me a picture. Where this picture come from?
Post the thing, make with my boy. Where they go on with you?
Somebody say, if Downhill was a person.
Oh, man. I want to see.
They're
in the group with Lord.
What?
Okay, very good. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
If Downhill was a person.
All right. You know something? I just may I say, you could show that if you want. This was, and I said Christy wanted quickly. But I'll tell you, I'm going to shave one day, right? I'm going to shave one day, and I said, I wonder what it look like if I shave one half and I left the other side.
Two-faced.
Like, all day I walk around like that to talk to people like that. I said, yo, let me take a picture of it. But I'll tell you what I proved. There's people that would never take a picture unless it's not shut up and they look different. Look for me, I had to take myself, make puppet show right there.
Did anybody tell you that, only half of your face you shave? Did anybody notice? Did anybody look you in the face and said something?
Yeah. One guy I was talking to, he looked for me and he said, boy, what happened? You never finish? One other guy looked for me and you could tell he said it, but he never want to really tell me nothing.
Herman be laughing. He is laughing.
Yeah. But
Downhill was us. But anyway, I guess sidetrack. Marlon, how dare you sidetrack me? I mean, try to get an answer from Groove about the gift. Put me there and answer the Groove.
No, what I'm saying about the gift, it all depends because some of the some of the best relationships don't really gift them a thing where I think that in the perfect world, everybody rich, everybody have money, everybody could buy the perfect gift. But the reality of the world, when your birthday come, you take the light bill, you take the phone bill, you take the gas bill, you take the food bill, and you put it in a nice envelope and you say, babes, I don't got nothing for you, but this is the way I give you.
But you to get a gift, but your woman not give you no gift.
No, bro, I don't feel no way.
Okay, so, you know, they know that marriage thing, maybe a strong girlfriend and boyfriend, 6 months. I like doing 6 months.
You have to give gift.
Yeah.
You have to give gift.
6 months to 1 year.
Point.
Your birthday come, they call you happy birthday, babes, and nothing food coming. No explanation, no nothing.
Yes. Everybody know that during the dating phase, you have to be fake and phony. You put up on front. So during the dating phase, you remember every holiday, every birthday, every occasion you want to remember.
No.
Until.
But go over, like you there, you do it. You're early, 1 year, right? So you're still
young.
Still fresh.
You're not the person where I say, oh babes, you know, give me no gift. Your birthday come, Valentine come, whatever be the case, no nothing, no explanation, no nothing. You just happy Valentine, happy birthday, whatever. Christmas, Merry Christmas. Another. I think that the wedding then. So you did try to figure. No, you don't want to be the one to say.
Wait,
we're gonna.
Was it that you used to get gifts before?
No, as I was saying, new relationship. 1 year in it, you to give a gift. No, Valentine call, you to give a gift. Birthday happens to come in at that time, you get a gift. Christmas call, you get a gift. But you get back one. Does that mean that without no babes, never have it, none of that? And then you don't ask. You don't want to ask for it.
Yeah.
I think that are the
One lot of
circumstances where the person may try to get across.
one lot of the traditions that we have, we know are Western oriented. Lot of them. And I think that everybody would want to give a gift. Some people didn't grow up in our environment that they
That
exchange
they
gifts.
would do things like that.
Yeah,
That's a good reason.
and one other thing is I believe that certain things are like one courting process. There's certain thing you do when you're courting that after when you're done courting, you maintain it, but it might not be to the same intensity because I know that I may not get Dana one gift on her birthday.
You think that maybe the woman thinks that it's not her that the man for do it, so she not.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that women think that way anymore. I
Some
think that's
might
on
do.
50-50.
Some might.
Yes, well, some do. Those are the divas. We can actually call them divas. Yes, but I'll tell you what it's like. You see, like with Hannah birthday coming up in June. But
July. It's July. Your daughter's birthday is July.
That's why I good for going sweetheart.
Shame.
That's right. But anyway, but what deal came up on our ATV the other day, and we hurry up and get it for her. And I tell her, I say, Hannah, this is your birthday gift. I said, so when your birthday come in July, I know why they say how my parents never get me no gift. And so that's how I look at gifts, giving a gift on the specific date.
The specific occasion or date, but
it's good. Yeah, it's good. And because a lot of people like Valentine's Day. How many men out the road look bad because God put Valentine's Day the day after payday.
The day before.
The day before payday instead of the day after payday. God messed me up on that one. But I think, a relationship, there comes a point where you understand the gifts. Maybe I never get you a gift today for your birthday, but I'll get you a nice thing the other day. You get a nice thing, or I get a nice thing. But I think it's just a little icing.
He's saying no explanation because this female just get and don't reciprocate. So we need to have a discussion, no sir.
Yeah, well, even if you
kind of party, no.
Even if you grew up in a relationship, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Even if you grew up in that kind of relationship where you are in that atmosphere where you didn't exchange gift, if you're in a relationship now and somebody is giving you something,
somebody showing you a different kind of love than say of what you're used to or no, so you reciprocate, you adapt real quick, and you jump on the board.
Exactly, and Dana could tell you. That's why I always tell people, every relationship, no matter if it's a business, if it's a friendship, or if it's a full-blown relationship, it works on reciprocation. If you never give a gift your whole life, are you in a relationship that your partner to give you a gift, then you learn to start to give gifts.
Exactly.
If it's that important, because you have some women and some soft man out there too. Well, look at those things as sentimental. They have every birthday gift that they receive throughout the year. Like Dana, look at me sometimes. Babes, I'm wear this thing on the 12th anniversary, and I got this nice, and I don't even remember what color drawers I had on, but Dana remember everything. Women just different. Women.
Right there, waiter.
With DNA.
Waiter.
Yeah.
Check please. Can't follow me up, but thanks for no answers. Very good, very good. I think we can head way there, right there with that one there. All right, great. We'll be right back.
We are not responsible for anything what we just said.
All right. No, I think that's very good advice. Very good advice.
Thank you.
All right, a lot of tea, a lot of tar. Downhill Wednesday on a hump day Thursday. Boy, welcome back. All right, we got time for the weather. If you want to hit that up, it's bringing back the crew.
Problem.
Who we got? Sir Groove?
No problem.
Putting on the Ritz. Right now, the song for this week, right now, for me, in the playlist, that Kenny Loggins, my little boy. Danger Zone. Hype up on Danger Zone right now, Kenny Loggins.
Yes.
Danger Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just about got time to get into the weather right now. We have Mr. Bye Bye. Mr. Bye Bye, I believe, is from Hawaii. Isn't that right, Chess? Ladies and gentlemen, Chester Bye Bye.
You said Mr.
No, I said Chess. Chess, Miss Chess, bye bye.
Okay. Okay. So here's your weather for today. It says the last day of April. Easterly airflow continues to support. In our forecast, sunny skies today with a few cloudy spells tonight. Skies will be clear to partly cloudy. Showers will be isolated. Winds blowing from the east at 10 to 50 knots. The seaside is choppy. Waves beyond the reef at 3 to 5 feet. Temperatures for today on the coast, 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland areas,
94 degrees in the shade. You got 2 degrees discount. Real hot. Oh yeah, Mr. Frisco can sing in the shade.
In the shade.
Oh, speaking of shade, Christoph said today, he said we got another holiday. He said that's why we prosper under our shaded tree. It's the kind of thing prosper in a shade.
Under the tree we flourish.
Yes.
Christoph, love the holiday, man. It's for the workers. For the laborers.
I tell her, I say, I'm sorry after the holiday.
All right. So it says, let me get to the tides. Oh, we're currently experiencing a high tide. A low tide comes in at 6:53 this evening. Another high is on schedule at 1:10 a.m. early Thursday morning. Sun will set.
Well, it's going to be setting at 12 minutes past a good hour of 7 o'clock.
The moon will rise at 9:44 p.m. In our outlook, this is through to Thursday night. It's for similar weather conditions to prevail, and Catherine Cumberbatch is our forecaster, and that's your weather.
Thank you, Catherine Cumberbatch and Chester Bye-Bye for that weather. To continue our forecast, ladies and gentlemen, also from Hawaii, we have Mr. Mishgan. You know how we got D Show, we got Dano, we got Dico, Mr. Dico. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Dico Mishgan.
Dico Mishgan.
Yeah, boy. Where's my friend called Dico?
Dico Michigan.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dico, if you're around, hi.
Go ahead, Mr. Michigan.
Boy, can you get the? Let's see what the model is saying.
Let's get the model.
Well, you can see the lines, right? Look outside and see the lines in the sky.
I see lone arrows up the bar.
Up.
There are some cloudy periods here and there, little scattered showers as we move into Thursday, but yeah, more the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Into Friday. All right, not much. I mean, we're in, we're moving to May, right? So.
Well, as of tomorrow, we're there.
Yeah.
Midnight, we are there. It's a new day.
There's a thing, Saturday, look at that. There's some kind of movement in the Gulf. Just for a minute. Yeah, right there. Friday, check it out. No, whenever you have the movements, high pressure building in the Gulf, you know what that means. Everything will lock off.
Yes, then they take out the MEXICO where they in the Gulf.
So check it out.
Put in the AMERICA.
It's a high pressure right there in the Gulf. Notice how the winds change direction. And it's not a front, but it's some kind of So notice that. That's so Sunday might be, no breeze to blow, or things might be a bit warm. All right, interesting. All right, we'll see. I'll update you Friday as to how that will work out. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm going to shout out to me about Jazzy. Jazzy just called me just now, but he called me around them about long time we here from Jazzy.
I know, right? How you doing?
Yeah, Jazzy Fresh. Big up yourself, sir. All right.
Okay, very good.
What were you saying, Steve?
No, I was just about to say that as we wind down, we hope that everybody have a beautiful holiday tomorrow. We hope that everybody a safe one. We hope that you all arrive back here on Friday for Free Flower Friday, all in good health.
Well, sure.
Yes. And all our foreign listeners out there, wherever you may be, we are glad that you keep us with you guys. We hope that we make you feel at home and all of that. All of you young kids right out here, say hi. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Right. And Miss Love, anybody out there with no sign language, please watch what Miss Love do and messenger me if it cost me and Frisco, because I think he had some party in the way. I think it literally cost me and Frisco.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. I just know.
Why would you think that of me? Me?
I was feeling in my cry.
Why?
Yeah. Right next to
Have I given you any indication that I wanted to do that?
No, not outright, but we know how man go.
What?
Yes, because the other day I made a throw some girly word at me and first come and they look for one another. They say, what? Do you think that we need to talk about?
What?
Remember Frisco? When I allow him to throw a stone?
Yep.
Yes.
Continue, Frisco. It's on the table. Continue. It came off the tree.
Yes.
Continue.
Yo, Shelton, big up yourself.
Yo, very good. Very good.
Hey, group. Shelton said Lisa is a lady, not a woman. Oh.
Yes. Ooh, she's a lady. Whoa.
Let him know.
Lady Love.
Oh. Lady Love. Yes. Mona Lisa.
Of course. Some people call me that too,
Lady Love?
Yes. Some people call me that.
Right.
Yes.
They call me Lady.
I know. Yes, I know. I remember Gwendolyn Pipe. They used to call her Lady too.
Lady Pipe. Let's go, Lisa. Hurry, Lisa.
Before
It takes too long, Lisa.
Gwendolyn Pipe, no?
Yes, Gwendolyn Pipe.
Thank you so much for stewing with us. Please take care of yourself.
Lady Pipe.
Yes, but you know,
we all know tomorrow is a holiday.
After she was a lady, the Queen recognized her. You know, she became a madame.
Madame
Pipe. Hurry, Lisa, come on, man.
Thank you, guys. Thanks to all of our stewards at home and abroad who chimed in. Steve, look at it and look at it carefully.
Watch out.
If God is willing, we will see you right back here on Friday. Take care.
That it right there. That it right there.
Promise to take care of me. Thank you, Christy, darling. We love you so very much.
Yeah, group the lady by name Pike, no Pipe.
Oh, the Pike. Sorry.
Once again, boss, happy birthday. We love you so much. Ayo.
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 What about straight the hell? Liquor license.
It's gone.
Ronald, big up yourself.